Hey y'all, welcome to Simply Blossoming Tarot. I'm Gigi and this is my channel. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you are having an excellent start to your new year. Okay. I feel like time is time is flying already. I feel like by this time, I think that a lot of us have a clear idea of like what our goals and what our focus or intention or what our plan is for 2024. So just keep going, okay? But this is basically a download message. I haven't did one of these in a while, and I really haven't looked at the astrology of things. I'm just picking this up, like, you know, collective universal energy. But the nodes did pop in my mind, which is for 2024, the nodes are North Node is Aries, South Node is Libra. Okay, and we're going to get into that a little bit more in a second. But the message, okay, the message for the collective right now is that the way is being cleared, okay? And I truly do feel that we are stepping into the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is a very truthful sign. It's a very honest sign. Aquarius is ruled anciently or originally by Saturn. Uranus came later, okay? But I guess foundationally, Aquarius is ruled by Capricorn, which is the energy of karma and hard work and discipline, and basically meaning that Aquarius is, and we have a big Aquarius collective here, we're known to go at it the hard way. We're known to be stubborn. We're known to like stick to our guns. We're known to have independent thinking. We're known to have unique style. We're known to be the rebel, to go the different way. We're known to be the humanitarian, the activist, all of this, right? So in that energy, to me, that's the energy that I'm connecting it with, and that's what it feels like, okay? We're just in this energy, a collective energy of truth, and I really do feel that. And a lot of astrologers say, oh, we're not stepping to the age of Aquarius, we are really gearing up. It's the energy is a little bit louder than what it used to be. Collectively, at first, it was literally like a little breadcrumb, okay? But now it's starting to kind of like become a bun. You know what I mean? Like you're really starting to see it mature and grow. We can see it with the push of AI, basically the evolution of technology, the internet, all of that. What else? Also the medical industry, the food industry. Just overall society is being pushed toward a more futuristic energy, or more focused on futurism, okay? Even our style is going that way as well. So it's I believe, and we can in the spiritual community argue about it, but I feel that we're in the age of Aquarius, okay? And then even like all this talk about aliens, Aquarians rule that sector of the zodiac of aliens and things like that. And I really do believe that it is here and it has started, honey, okay? So with that, that's the only thing that I can feel that I can just really attribute it to. And now I haven't really looked at the astrology. I know it's the moon and sun in Capricorn, moon in Capricorn, coming out of Mercury retrograde. I can kind of skim. Venus and Sagittarius. Okay, Mercury and Sagittarius. That could be the vibe. Sagittarius is a very truthful sign. Mercury rules communication, and it rules like the direction in which energy is pushed towards, okay? So, and we are seeing a lot of things like just like the Cat Williams situation. We're seeing a lot of truth being told and a lot of truth coming out. But the message that that I received was, oh, and then we have okay, wait, Pluto and Capricorn, Neptune and Pisces. But Pisces is getting ready to do something with, is it Saturn? I can't remember. Anyway. Oh, it is. Yes. Okay, Saturn is in Pisces. Yes, sir. Yeah, so all that Delulu energy, all of that, whether it's negative self-talk or just being deluded in something, illusions, not being able to see things clearly, Saturn comes in and grounds that Piscean energy, because Piscean energy can be very imaginative and very emotional and just too much at once. That Saturn energy, that Earth energy comes in and grounds it, and also puts restriction on it, and also it can teach you lessons, or basically you, like when you have accumulated karma for being like so far out of touch, I guess you can say, whether it's about a relationship or your finances or your health or whatever, it really makes things, it sobers things up and it makes things very clear. And Saturn puts that restriction on whatever it is, to where you start to kind of like bump your head a little bit, so you can learn that, like, okay, no, I shouldn't do that, because being in a euphoric state or an escapism state or a state of delusion or illusionary energy is not helping me. Even if it makes me feel good, or it makes me, I check out or whatever it is, there's some sort of lesson that can come from that will sober you up and bring you back down to earth and back down to reality. Okay, but so yeah, this actually makes a lot of sense. It goes hand in hand with the planetary energy. But what I'm picking up, even with the midheaven being in Taurus, Taurus is about reality. Uranus in Taurus, Taurus is about making things real. Being able to focus on what's in front of you and not stopping, being the bull, the oxen, to be able to keep going and to be able to carry a lot of things and to be able to keep pushing forward and to be able to carry a lot of things, whether it's family or people or business or whatever, on your back, because your shoulders is so strong and so broad, and your mind is so headstrong, you know what I mean? So anyway, that makes a lot of sense with the energy that I'm picking up, but I'm still going to attribute to this being, I really just think like 2024 is ushering in this energy of like truth, or but it was rumblings of it in 2023, but now it's here loud and clear. So basically what Holy Spirit is saying is that the way is being cleared. Okay, stop the distractions and focus. So when the scales balance, okay, you are already positioned, you are sharpened, and you are ready. Okay, right now the way is being cleared. Right now, stop focusing on the distraction. People who want to piss you off, people who talking shit, people who so focused on you, right, got so much to say about you, but can't handle what they got going on or whatever, right? Let them be distracted. Let you be their distraction, and don't say too much, but you stay focused, okay? Because the thing is that while people are in this energy of overly focused on folks outside of themselves and talking shit or being negative or doing whatever, right? What's happening is that the scales is balancing, okay? I always tell people, like, whatever you do is coming back to you. There's no way to cheat. You cannot cheat life. You can't cheat the universe. You can't cheat God. You can't cheat the Creator. It's written. It's law. It is what it is. So when anybody calls themselves being negative towards you or wanting to, whatever, block you in some way or whatever, all you gotta do is just wait. All you have to do is wait, because the thing is that that's the energy that they're putting out. So eventually it's going to get kicked back towards them. Okay? So when it gets kicked back towards them, you need to already be positioned. You need to already be focused. You need to already be sharpened. You need to already be learned. You need to already be ready. Because energy is energy. And what people don't understand is that what feels like your challenge, or what maybe you think somebody's preying on your downfall, whatever, this is how you get your blessings. This is how you get your blessings. So stay grateful through it all, because on the other end, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, on the other end, things is gonna be looking up, and that's when you get your reward, and that's when you get your blessing. Do you know how many people were negatively talked about and talked shit about, and because of them being in that energy, because of them having so many haters, they got exposed. Their name and who they were traveled even further, and that's what their opportunity was. And sometimes God knows, oh, this got to happen, so your name could be mentioned at this table, so you can go in this direction, so I can open this door for you. Sometimes your haters are being used and they don't even know it. They can laugh at you, talk about you, talk shit about it, whatever it is, but they don't even know that they are part of the alignment, even though that they think they are trying to disalign you. And that's what I'm saying. Your blessings have your name on it. What is yours, and can't nobody take it from you. Okay. Keep focused though. Get out of distraction. We're in the energy of like the real McCoy. The real Slim Shady, please stand up. Okay, literally, maybe I should say that. We're in the era of, if you're the real Slim Shady, then please stand up, right? Because it's a lot of people that try to like copy. There's not a lot of people who have like very unique things about themselves after something. They're just researching and mimicking and doing what they feel is accepted, doing what they think is going to get them likes, doing what they think is going to make them viral and all this stuff. So we're in the energy, we're stepping to the energy of the real McCoy. Okay, now through the process of the real McCoy, the mask are going to drop, the truth is going to be illuminated. And that's what I always say, things that are done in the dark, I don't even know why people do things in the dark. Okay, I just feel like whoever you are, whatever you're doing, whether that's positive or negative, be bold about it. Be bold about it, because honestly, people will respect you more, and it's less cowardice. Okay, people who try to do stuff and hide their face and do this and try to act like this and try to keep all this fake stuff. No, we're in the season where all of that is being exposed. So I just feel like people should probably be a little more bold and not shameful of whatever. But anyway, because there are so many copies and mimicking, and people want to talk like this person and want to look like this person and acting like a double ganger of this person and trying to get this person's position or this and that. We're in the energy of the real Slim Shady. So all the real Slim Shadys is getting ready to stand up. So that's what I'm saying. If you are the real Slim Shady, this sounds so funny. If you are the real Slim Shady, you need to be continuously focusing on being the real Slim Shady, okay? Because when it's time to stand up, can't nobody say nothing. Can't nobody do nothing. When it's time to stand up, it is what it is. You are who you are. You're in your authentic energy. Your narrative is your narrative. You're doing your thing. Remain true to who you are, okay? Remain true to who you are. And like I said, that Aquarian energy. Let me tell you something. Aquarians, we don't believe in lying. And it's because we're not afraid of people. We believe that, well, that's what I believe as an Aquarius. We're not super emotional. We're straight shooters. We are humanitarians. We have good hearts. We are kind and loving and all of that. But we're the sign that can't be like emotionally manipulated, because, lack of a better word, we just don't give a fuck. It's a lot of things that we just don't care about. And that's why we get the rap of being cold and detached. It's not being cold and detached. We're not responding to the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We're not responding to the trigger that's purposely being put there or whatever. Now, we may have our times, and when we have our times, honey, we have our times. But because we have those boundaries, we become emotionally protected. And then even with that, our thought processes, and just like we just be like in our own little world. So when you're in your own little world, you're not tainted by what else is really going on the outside world, because you're just really in tunnel vision. And that is why Aquarius is known to be the unique sign. We're not looking all around and keeping up with the Joneses and keeping up and all that. We're not doing all that. Okay, we in our own zone. We in our laboratories. We're in our caves, whatever you want to call them, and we're just focusing. We're in our studio. We're in our libraries. We're in our offices. We're just focusing on us. Okay, so that energy is getting ready to start spreading throughout the collective energy, and so like the message basically is, it's like, if you have not been being yourself, you need to start go ahead and finding yourself. And the nodes connect with this, because the north node is in Aries and the south node is in Libra. This is for 2024. Okay, so 2024 is the focus of codependency and hyper independence, being able to find a balance between where you are codependent. Okay, if you always talking about being in a relationship, and you always talking about love, and you always talking about emotional codependency. Okay, emotional. If you going from this person's house, this chick house, this man house to this man house, financial codependency. Okay, you can always go back to your families if you have it. Okay, but you know, needing to build yourself up from the ground up. Not being able to think for yourself. And signs like this is, you dress like everybody else. You talk like everybody else. Okay? You do what the masses is doing. You do what whatever, you know, what your friends is doing. And you're afraid to speak out. You're afraid to have your own thoughts. You're afraid to go against the grain. You're afraid to tell the truth. You're afraid to all of that is connected to mental codependency. Okay? Now, my Aquarius says we have this problem of hyper independence, where you have super strict boundaries. You're operating in masculine energy. You feel like you need to do everything on your own. And when you're in the energy of, both are unhealthy, honestly. Codependency is unhealthy and can create all kind of health issues and just a mess, mental health issues, actual physical issues, all these things, right? Emotional issues. And hyper independence can too, because if you're doing everything on your own and you won't receive help and you don't want community and your heart is closed off and you know you don't want new friends and you don't want to get to know anybody, and everything you got to do by yourself, we all can't do it just by ourselves. Okay, so but Libra is also the energy of needing to come out of people pleasing. Okay, needing to come out of people pleasing, needing to you know how Libras try to keep that balance of like, oh, I don't want to offend anyone, and I don't want to, you know, they can become rule followers because of that. They don't want to hurt anybody, offend anybody, or make anybody feel a certain way, like that. And then you have some Libras that are just like, I'm gonna work the system how I'm gonna work it, and technically it could be something that's foul play, but it's like, oh, it's just frowned upon, but technically it's not breaking the law, but technically I didn't, you know, they like to skirt things or whatever. But Aries is also the energy of being self-active, self-starting. It's boss-like energy, you know, getting to it. It's a high sex drive, okay? It's very passionate energy. It's not being afraid to defend yourself, too. Some Aries have a problem with that, but some don't. But Libras do. Libras, they don't want to shake the table. They want to keep everything graceful. They don't want to make a scene and all of that. So we have to basically balance the energy between making a scene and not making a scene, or popping out and staying in. You know what I mean? Balancing the energy. But this is just a message, you know. The way it's being cleared, focus on what you need to focus on, okay? Sharpen your skills, sharpen your craft, learn something new, expand yourself, go to different countries, cities, places, go try different things, try new foods. Literally, Aries is the energy of like, a lot of Aries, they don't end up in, and I'm sorry y'all, just it is what it is, okay? Some Aries men get married, but a lot of Aries women, and I've been doing it's like I keep an open case on all of the zodiac signs. A lot of Aries women, they'll have like kids that they really care about, whether it's like cousins or nieces and nephews or whatever, or they'll have like, they really love animals and pets and stuff like that, so they would have something like that. They're very caring people, but a lot of them don't, and I think it's just because they're the house of the representation of like being selfish and focusing on self, and it's the first house, and it's like that young soul energy of like, okay, well, first I need to focus on myself and my soul and all these things, right? So they're a sign that doesn't really too much build a lot of like foundations. Like they can come from a like a big family or whatever, but a lot of them, they just like keep to themselves. I'm gonna say Aries men too. A lot of them, they keep to themselves, and it's almost like in order for them to create a family, they have to date somebody who's like another them, literally. Like they have to date a carbon copy of themselves or whatever. But in order for things to like really work together. But anyway, what I'm saying is that Aries energy is about really focusing on the self. The Libra energy is about focusing kind of like on the collective and being social, and how you're showing up in the in society and all these things, and how you look, and everything needs to be in place, and everything is cute and it's aesthetic and all this stuff. Aries is the other energy of like, well, everything can be cute and aesthetic and all of these things, but I'm gonna make it me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna make it me. I'm gonna make it myself. So we're just in this energy of like, it's time to focus on the self. Okay, get into your passions, get into your creativity, get into your businesses, be self-starting, keep focusing on you, and use that fire to keep focusing on you. With the Libra being in South Node, honey, Libra is and maybe that may be another thing that's going on, because it's in the South Node, okay? So when it's in the South Node, this is something that like we're needing not to repeat, okay? Libra is connected to the energy of being fair and karma. So I do think that South Node and Libra could be popping up with people who are operating out of, I guess, the negative side of karma or whatever, or operating from the lower self, whatever you want to say. The karma is coming in now because the South Node is here, okay? The karma is coming in now. And it's because these are things that are repeated. South Node is like, all right, this is the energy we need to get out. This is the energy that we have already been in. Now let's focus on this, the North Node energy. North everything is that is the direction in which we need to be going, not South Node, okay? So yeah, do not be distracted. The scales are balancing. And again, the Libra scales is here, right? The scales are balancing out. Keep focusing on whatever it is that you want to focus on. Get out of your head. Get out of the self-doubt. Keep going, y'all. For real. Keep going. And understand, start to look at life like, because I'm back like, boy, yeah. My last couple of years, I had been triggered to something that was like very near and dear to me. And so like, I'm a passionate person, and I love my creativity, and I just feel that, you know, I believe in hard work, and I believe in showing up for yourself, and I believe in showing up for whatever you say you are passionate about, or whatever you put your name behind. So I had, y'all witnessed all that or whatever, but I feel like I'm now you know, like back in my Zen zone or whatever. And it was, Lord, it was a time. It was a time to get back there. But yeah, I'm back in my Zen zone, and I just feel like it's back on my mind that like people are being used by energy, whether they are lower vibration, operating out of an energy of lack, or positive energy, a high vibrating energy, a love frequency, abundance frequency, whatever, right? And because Instagram has self-helped the world, right? Because Instagram has, abundance mindset, all this stuff, which I'm saying it's a positive thing, but at the same time, a lot of people can be in hustle mode, thinking that they are in an abundance mindset, when it's like, no, you're just getting over on people. It's nothing abundant about that. That is the energy of lack. That's the energy of lack, okay? Of feeling like you, like literally, if somebody feels like, okay, well, I don't have it, I'm gonna go over this person, I'm gonna steal it, that means that they think that they lack something, that they can't get it off the gristle, they can't get it off the muscle, they can't get it out the mud. So that's the whole, in the action of, I'm gonna go and look over here, I'm gonna go and look over here. That is the confirmation and the affirmation of acting out and living in lack. It's not, when you're abundant, you're like, you just kicking it out. You know what I'm saying? You kicking it out. You're like, I know I can do it. You know, I know I got this creative idea. I know the money is on the way. I know. So you're not looking like, I got to take here, got to take here, got to take here. That's not an abundance mindset. And I think that social media can get people confused on things or whatever. But anyway, y'all, keep going. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Keep going. The way is being cleared. Okay, if you want to call it a road opener, a universal road opener, you can call it that. But the way is being cleared. But everybody got to do their part. You know, as long as you're doing your part, and as long as you're showing up for whatever you have committed to or determined, whether that's you wanting to lose weight, whether that's you wanting to change your lifestyle, whether that's you want to move to another state, another country, or you want to start a business, you want to write a book, you want to write a movie, you want to get into modeling, whatever it is, dude, whatever you want to learn a new language, the way is being cleared. And especially in a sense of you're trying, or if you're trying to get a promotion in a job, or you're trying to position yourself in a certain market or a certain field, the way is being cleared, bro. And the way that it is being cleared is it's being cleared in a just way. We're just like going through a karmic cycle where it's almost like, and I actually had like a vision of this, but anyway, of like folks failing tests, of like, okay, well they got tested and they failed, so now it's almost like trying out for the football team again, or trying to get into Harvard again. It's like, oh well, failed the test that time, so guess what? In a university way, if you fail the test or you don't make it enough, score high enough on the SAT or the ACT or whatever, guess what? Your spot is being taken. That's the vibe that it's given. It's because, and whether somebody tried hard or they just didn't get the subject or whatever it is, the problem is that they could not perform up to the standard of whatever was being, right? Now, sometimes this has been allowed too, that rejection is God's protection. Sometimes we want something and we want it bad and all this stuff, and we think that it's just such a good fit for us, but God is sitting high and looking down low, and he knows where he needs to position you or where you are better equipped for, right? So if that's the case, then that's just the case, where it's just like energetically, this ain't vibing, whatever, right? Whatever. But it could have been something that you really wanted. But let it go and let that energy be clear so you can open up more energy to receive more or new opportunities, okay? Well, that's in your love life, business, finance, whatever, okay? Opportunities, creativity, whatever. But the way it's being cleared, and it's right and it's just. That's the thing that I love about the universe. It's right and it's just, because the thing is that the positions that people have been sitting in, they were given the power, they were positioned, whatever, they worked, some of them didn't, whatever. But it's like being like reviewed, like the universe is doing like a review on people, and depending on what that review is, depending on what the power, the success, the authority, the position, whatever, right, the level up, the blessing, depending on what they did with the blessing that God gave them, and how did they become egomaniac, or did they become an egomaniac, did they do right with the power, did they abuse the power? You see what I'm saying? All of these things are coming into play. All these elements are coming into play. And the thing is that it's fair and square. You don't go to somebody and say, oh, I don't like you because you next up, right? Well, you did it to yourself. That's what you could tell that person. Like, no, I'm just over here preparing. I'm just over here, you know, I'm getting positioned, I'm sharpening myself, I'm ready, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm evolving, I'm not paying attention to you, I'm focused on what I'm doing, I'm eating right, I'm traveling, I'm making my bread, I'm saving my money, I ain't even focused on you, But that's what it is. People who are unfocused, they go to a focused person who is next up and who is really working on whatever it is they're working on. That's what I'm saying. Don't get distracted. Because if you get distracted, it could be a possibility of like, oh, this person isn't ready, whatever. Don't get distracted. Because that's a part of the play. It's just kind of like what I'm picking up universally. That's a part of the play, okay? And then also just understand on a deep level, on a spiritual level, what God has for you is for you. So also in that same breath, understand that what's for you is for you. So sometimes if you are rejected and you don't get something, it's because there's something better that's on the way, okay? And needing to have a balance between that. But keep going, keep pushing, and keep being focused, because there is something major about like distraction or being triggered or trying to take you off game. Don't let nobody take you off your square. Don't let nobody take you off your game. Keep going. And I was talking about that Taurus energy. Be the bull. Keep going. Don't stop. Run through whatever you gotta run through. Run through whoever you gotta run through. Run through any negative mentality that you gotta run through. Keep fucking going and busting doors down or busting whatever down. Blocks, whatever. People, whatever is in your way. Keep busting through that shit and keep moving. And after a while, you know, you'll understand nothing is permanent. No situation is permanent. No energy is permanent. You know, the only thing promised in life is change. You know, different currents in life. Energy is interchangeable, and it changes, and it's very fluid. So we have to learn how to be adaptable and dynamic in that way too, or whatever. But yeah, the way is being clear, bro. But you got to make sure that that your knives are sharpened. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that your skills is right. You got to make sure that even on the energetic level and on the spirit level, that like you right, that you are, this is the time to be right with God, to be right with Holy Spirit, to be right with the universe, to be right, to be in alignment, bro. Be in alignment and focus on being the best person, the best human being, the best whatever you are, whatever you identify as, the best woman, the best mother, the best father, the best, what I just say human being, but the best spirit and the best soul that you can be. Okay, and remember why you were put on this earth, what your path and what your purpose is, and why you were put here. Because there's a lot of shit. It's a lot of distraction. That's like, it really don't matter. If you wake up every morning, you remind yourself, I am a spiritual being having a human experience, then you'll remember that fighting over physical stuff is like a waste of time, because you can't take this physical stuff with you, right? And ownership. Right now, I'm reading the Bhagavad Gita, and I'm learning like a lot in the verses, or I guess like the little verses or whatever, about this divine wisdom. And the thing is, like, this is like, it's not a religion, but it's just like ancient wisdom or whatever. And it talked about that. It talked about people forgetting who they are, and so they arguing over money, and they going back and forth, and they doing all this, and you know, all this, and warring and hooping and hollering, and then also doing things for specifically the money or for specifically the reward, versus doing things just because it's pleasing to God. That's something that I have to be reminded of, that I have to like check myself with or whatever, because I just felt like there's certain things people do and there's certain shit that people shouldn't do. And so with that, having that in my mind, I'm learning how to, which is still true, whatever, but also having faith in God and the universe to know that, like, well, people who do fucked up shit, they end up in fucked up situations. They're all, and 9 times out of 10, they be like 60 and 70, like bottomed out, and it's because that's where they put all their energy, like in underhanding people and not doing right by people and all that stuff. So it is what it is, man. But the way is being cleared. Stop the distractions, because it's a part of trying to throw you off of path. Okay, stay, and that's the thing. Now, you can't blame somebody else. You can't blame somebody else for you taking the bait. You know what I mean? So don't take the bait, y'all. Don't take the bait. Stay focused and claim it, declare it to God, the Holy Spirit, the universe. Speak on it. Oh yeah, watching your words as well, your thoughts and all of that. Speak life unto yourself. Speak blessings upon yourself. Be grateful for life, even if it's not perfect or it doesn't. I'm starting to pick up that vibe too, that a lot of people are, if you have life, you have something to wake up and be grateful for every single day, even if it's not perfect. Okay. There is so much complaining about little first world shit. Like, it's so much complaining about things when it's just like, well, guess what? You woke up today and you got to complain. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get to complain because you got life. So every single day, there is something that you can thank God for waking you up, for blessing you with food on your table, clothes on your back, roof over your head, car to drive and get in. There's a lot of things that, water in your shower. There's a lot of things that we take for granted, and I'm just, being reminded to tell y'all to like slow down and really thank God for everything, bro. Like, think about the little things, even if it's a cup of coffee or whatever it is. Even right now, like, say if I didn't have no desk, but I wanted to, like, trying to sit here and run my business with no desk and having, I don't know, sitting on the floor or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just like being thankful, like, oh gosh, I'm so thankful for my desk, right? So I'm thankful for my flowers, whatever. Thankful for the breath in my body. Be thankful for your organs. Just go for it. Be thankful for having good health. Be thankful for having a good mental health. Be thankful for knowing how to put that shit on. You know what I mean? Be thankful for these things, okay? Be thankful for your personality, your uniqueness, honey. Be thankful for you knowing yourself. That's a blessing in itself. A lot of people don't know themselves, and because of that, they just be lost and be going from here to there, or going from relationship and let somebody run them and run their life and everything. Like, be thankful that you at least have a good head on your shoulders to be able to identify what's for you and what's not for you, and that you can't be manipulated and stuff like that, you know. But yes, be thankful that at least you got something in the bank account, okay? At least you got something. And even if it's a damn McDonald's hot and ready or hot and spicy or whatever they damn call. Oh, that's a Little Caesars hot and ready. Yeah, if it's a Little Caesars hot and ready, or if it's a McDonald's spicy chicken or whatever the damn thing's called, at least you have food, honey, because there's a lot of folks that don't. So it's just being grateful and thankful for the things that you have and the people in your life as well. You know, there's a lot of that. All right, but the way it's being cleared. Focus, 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 focus. It's not the time to be distracted, all right? The way is being clear. Love y'all.